we're back with a bonus matchup this week, just because the other one we had was a little bit quick, and I felt like I was shortchanging some people. So let's have a look at what we've got. In the blue, playing as the Slavs, we do have Slam. On the other side of the field, we have Nilly AoE, who is not Nilly AoE, but in fact Daut, playing as the Aztecs in the red. We are, of course, on Gold Rush, signified by the large amount of gold here in the center, and you can see we've got a good amount of tigers, we've got Komodo dragons, all the good stuff that you kind of usually expect to see on Gold Rush. So, not Nilly, this is Daut. There's been a little bit of a trend we've seen recently in like the high level community, and I think I jumped on a stream earlier and MBL was playing as T90 official, so there's some great like name changey stuff going on, and it feels really Hidden Cup 3, and I'm excited by that, you know? So for those that don't know, Hidden Cup 3 tournament that I believe kicked off just a couple of days ago now with its qualifying brackets. The idea is that the players that go through into the final tournament will all be assigned an alias, so you won't know who's actually playing in the games. And a lot of the reasons behind that is essentially the fact that you don't know what strategies they're good at, what they like to play. So it means you can kind of really mix things up, and it gives you that kind of cloud of, I guess it just makes it harder to kind of play against someone. It's a lot more fun because there's a lot of prediction contests and things around it. So 100% keep your eyes out for that, guys. Run by T90, sponsored by Microsoft. Should be an absolutely amazing time, especially after what we achieved with NAC 3. So good times for the community, guys. Anyway, let's have a look. Aztecs, look, we know what they can do. Access to Eagles, no stable overall. Great trash, crossbow opening, can go into Eagles if they want to. Daut, very much known for a couple of years ago, going into like Feudal Age Eagles, getting map control with that. Usually would block down barracks, then he would go blacksmith, he'd get the armor upgrade, then put a secondary barracks down, and it actually did make them very, very deadly, so you've got to be careful with that, but it's something we haven't seen from too much. Generally goes for the Castle Age Eagles before anything now. Slam, known for extremely aggressive scout plays, essentially anything where he can kind of get map control and really play with that kind of faster paced game that he likes. And looks like we do have Daut coming in. He is looking for potentially a lame on the boar villager here, and Slam sees that, goes around the outside, tries to put down, in fact does put down a house, and he will just wait that one out, and you can see the scouts coming home to deal with this one. So he is playing it relatively smart, which is nice, but Daut going to get a little bit of scouting information around Slam. And I'd say Slam's base, it's a lot smaller in terms of what he's got to work with, but it's going to be so easy to wall it off. He's literally just got this corner here, here, and here, and then he's got the front section to deal with. And looks like that Eagle's coming back in, is looking for the hits on the villager, won't get it, gets the hit on top of the scout there. But it looks like it won't be enough. Villager comes to get the boar. Boar actually doesn't lure quite just yet. Still only takes one hit with the villager to lure the boar. 2 hit with military, I believe, now. And Eagle Scout's still just looking for some damage, looking to delay that boar. And it's not going to happen by the looks of things. Eagle Warrior is out of there for Daut. Looking over towards Daut's base now, he's got wood towards this side, wood towards this side, extremely open front area with that hill so close. Like if we have a look over here, Slam's got a little bit of breathing room. It's basically knocking right on the front of Daut's door. He can essentially wall off around, even then if he wants to keep the stone in, he could wall off to the stone around the front with some military buildings, and I guess that'll be the case around here as well. But all of these forward resources with no real way to kind of wall them in safely. Hurts a little bit compared to Slam, who's just walling off this front section, will have access to this gold. He has used the gold and the stone as part of his wall at the front here, so he potentially could get knocked off that later. And looks like he's gone for the smallest walls possible now. In fact, he could have just walled over here as well and actually secured a relic, plus this whole back section, but when you're looking for keeping your economy as going quickly as possible with as minimal walling time, yeah, this will do the trick, why not? So towards the center here as well, rush distance, if players just try and go for the easy rush, going to be pretty much going straight across here, which means you could potentially get into these tigers, could get into the Komodo dragons here, definitely going around the side, going to be more of the way to go in this matchup. And what else have we got going on here for players? Slam just finishing his wall off, so looking like he's in a pretty good place. Let's swap this over in the display as well. Looks like both players going to go for a 21 pop up. And what have we got here? There we go, loom for both players, and going to be pretty similar there. Slam a little bit faster on the uptime by the looks of it. And Daut, what have we got? We've already got the barracks up. Eagle Warrior, of course, on a little bit lower health than it should be now. Pretty standard array in terms of the villages we're seeing here. Doesn't have the secondary lumber camp though. Secondary lumber camp is coming up for Slam, so he does have the split lumber. And Alright, I guess we can wait it out now, see exactly what our players do want to go for. We've got Daut throwing up the rest of his walls across this side and actually using these piles as a section to get in through there. I'm seeing a lot of villagers get dropped off here on wood. You guys going to stone? Is this going to be a tower rush? It's going to speed things along a little bit here. So you guys aren't going to stone, but you are. So it looks like we're going to see a tower rush here, guys. Hopefully he doesn't get caught too much by this. Hopefully he should have seen most of... I'm just going to be quiet here for a second. Hopefully he goes around the outside here. Because I was like, man, if he hasn't seen those and just walks straight through the pit of Komodo dragons here, not good. But it looks like, though, looking at Slam, if we have a quick look there, he might have actually seen this coming forward. And throws down a barracks of his own. And yeah, look at this. He actually walls in behind the gate there. And oh no, he hadn't seen it. Here come the Komodo dragons. Try to get some kills on those villagers, I guess. But, oh, 2-on-1 there. Yeah, this is annoying. Militia are in play as well. This is going to help aid the tower rush. And here we go. Where's he going to drop the tower is the question. Well, I think obviously around here. Because this denies 3 major resource piles. And I think that's pretty much everything that Slam's got to work with. Apart from this gold in the back. So if he can drop it up around here, that's pretty much perfect. In fact, he might even be looking at this little hole here, judging by the way the villagers are looking. But we are getting a tower rush beginning there from Daut. It does have the militia there for the drush, so if he can break in through here, it can get a little bit of harassment in. Should be relatively easy for Slam to wall towards the town center, though, if he does want to, if he gives this one up. And Watchtower starts getting thrown up now. And Palisade Gate getting taken down by the militia and Eagle. Like I was saying, Daut does have 3 villagers on stone, so he can back this up with a couple more towers if he does want to. And looks like he actually chooses to move the tower, deletes it and puts it up over here a little bit further. Interesting. I guess we'll see how that pays off. I think the thing is, this tower was coming up, so there was nothing really Daut could really do about it. Especially with his stone in the back, which I believe we did have Daut scout. Let's check it out. No, he doesn't know about the stone in the back. Alright, that's going to be a little bit annoying for him. Really some lucky map generation from Slam there. And is actually taking stone of his own. House. Another house coming up. And looks like we will see a little bit of a stalemate here. Tries to throw up another watchtower on the other side of this stone, just so it doesn't get denied. And here we go. We'll get that watchtower up. House gets pushed forward. And we do have a wall in around the tower coming up. So hopefully we shouldn't see a tower come up here from Daut. But Daut goes for it anyway. He's got the hill to play the advantage with. Why not? Tries to power that one up as quickly as possible. Slam does have more villagers on it though. Oh, runs in for the snipe on the weak villager. Gets it. Doesn't get the scout out of there. It does get one villager at the front. Always nice to see. And tower, of course, going to come up way beyond Daut's. And here comes the garrison. And going to try and get some damage on whatever villagers he can here. Doesn't look like he should get any kills, but the tower does get deleted. And the stone is nice and secure, just like that. Slam transitioning onto gold now behind this. If we got Daut transitioning at all. Nope, he's going to stay on the feudal pressure with the towers now. Actually sending him some spears forward. Looks like he's expecting the stable from Slam. Which, look, from Slam, stable's kind of his go-to thing, so not a bad read, but at the same time, yeah, it's just a barracks. Nothing else at this stage. Another tower gets powered up here by a Daut, trying to find someone to do some kind of damage. And at the moment, we're just really stuck in a bit of a stalemate overall. Man-at-Arms just can't really push in against the gate thanks to this tower. No fletching yet from Slam, but Blacksmith is on the way, so we will see fletching from him soon. Looks like we'd have Daut coming down with his own Blacksmith and transitioning to gold now. Be interesting to see if he puts some eagles up behind this. Second barracks actually coming down behind Slam here. Interesting. And again, just expanding his walls a little bit here. It hasn't really been attacking the house, that's always good. Keeping this one garrison, so we'll be able to do some damage to this tower, of course. Ooh, it makes such a difference when you have garrison villages. Alright, second barracks is up. Still a bit stalematey at the front here, and not really seeing what Slam wants to do in terms of his strategy here. Playing as Slavs as well, so it means I guess if Daut goes into Eagles, he's got a good option to really be able to hold against that one, because he can go into, you know, pretty pretty decent champs, which is a big thing, especially with the elite tech behind that, or unique tech, I should say. Does have a couple of idols here in the back. But what's he going for? Have we seen any upgrades on these guys? No, no upgrades. Villagers are retreating now for a Daut behind this one, and more houses just get thrown up for Slam. Stable is up. Are we seeing anything else for Mr. Daut? No. Oh, here we go. 3 villagers at the front building a market. We do have Slam on the way up to Castle Age. Then behind this, we should as well have Daut pretty much any minute now. Just needs a little bit more food in the bank, and he should be able to go up behind it. Does have quite a bit of stone in the bank, so could potentially sell off some stone, try and buy his way up if he really wants to. But I don't know if his thinking is that far behind right now. Though Slam has had a relatively undisturbed eco, he has had to deal with this tower rush at the front, but apart from that, not so bad. So, judging by this, we could see longswords potentially from Slam, we could see knights as well, as Slavs, honestly, both a pretty good option there, especially with the farming bonus, can really afford to just sink that food in, which is the big thing behind this. We've got Castle Age coming in for Daut, and we do actually have some Eagle Warriors being produced, or Eagle Scouts to be upgraded to Eagle Warriors. Second barracks coming down, so definitely a commitment there from Eagle Warriors. And it looks like this has been relatively good from Slam, getting his 2 barracks up, but the secondary stable coming down now. Looks like he's up for that transition into scouts or into knights, just because he's already producing 1 scout here. Could be to try and get some map vision back, run out, see exactly what's going on out here, try and get some scouting information versus Daut, then transition into knights, which feels a lot more, that feels a lot better, I would say. So nearly clicking up now, and it looks like he's still the same eagle. We'll see the second barracks on the front here, a dead giveaway in terms of what's going on. The moment he sees it, armor comes down on the knights as well. Go towards the front. Hasn't spotted any new HP Eagle Warriors yet, but come on, that second barracks, that'll tell him everything he needs to know. Should get a scout around the base here soon as well, and it looks like he's actually going to just stick around trying to find any information he can. 2 knights being produced from the stables now. Bowsaw as well. Armor just finishing up on those knights. And rallies them immediately towards the front lines here. Wants to start dealing with those eagles before the numbers start getting too high. We have got the Eagle Scout plus 1 armor on these guys before, like I was talking about. There's something just Daut usually likes to do, get that armor nice and early. And here we go, knights in play. Ooh, has he got enough numbers here? Goes for the villager kill. Scout gets taken down. One of the knights gets taken down. He just doesn't have the numbers to fight the eagles right now. Man at arms come back to the fight. We'll continue producing eagles from here. Eagle warrior upgrade finally coming in. Daut walls in his villages to keep that monastery coming up to deal with the knights. And that's just too many numbers right now. Too many numbers for Slam to engage. Starts building his knights up behind this. Actually gets a siege workshop as well. My guess would be going for a couple of scorpions, thin this out, especially if we see the pike upgrade, or even more pikemen just joining the fight in general. Monastery, going to be able to get some monks out there pretty quickly to be able to start pushing this one, and actually went for the battering ram, interestingly enough. Looks like he wants to actually get rid of these towers, then get rid of this forward base. And here we go, another fight on the front here. Let's keep an eye on the HP of these units. Men at arms going down relatively easy. Some good numbers here at the moment from Slam. The monk, though, going to be able to potentially get a convert. Ooh, might have been a little bit close when that started. Tries to get the monk out of there, but not going to happen. That is a loss. Didn't even manage to snag the relic with it. The knights, though, for Slam, doing a great job. A lot of low HP knights here, but a great job pushing all of this back. Villagers actually running into the tigers here that I was talking about earlier. Oh, that's so low HP. 4 HP left. And another monk being produced from Daut could hopefully have locked this palisade gate, drop it on the other side. Nope, he's just going to keep it inside the monastery for now. Eagle Warriors are starting a little bit of a regroup here. Going for the pike upgrade behind this, going to be really hard to engage that with knights, of course. And just in terms of efficiency and what you don't want to kind of be dealing with. Slam comes forward, drops down a monastery of his own out the front. Eagle Warrior potentially might be able to look for a villager kill here, but the knights have been pulled to deal with that one. And should take it out relatively quickly here. Villagers should be fine. Oh, I say should be, but... oh, just. Monk does get taken down without a convert again. Monastery gets constructed. House getting put down on the front here. And looks like he's starting to really just deal with all of this. The battering ram Did deal with the tower out the front here. This has been a great distraction to leave that one alone. And Slam's starting to look like he's in a pretty good position here, especially when it comes to map control. More barracks being thrown down at the front of Daut's base. He is looking to get those pikes out. Look at this, double barracks pikes. Even got squires coming down behind it. And the knight's looking for a way to engage. Obviously not wanting to push in against the pikemen if he can avoid it. Does have the forging on these guys now as well, just something worth noticing. And another monastery, so we will be able to hopefully get some converts against those knights. We do have Slam again out with the scouts. He's looking for any kind of scouting information he can find here. Any way he can get aggressive versus Daut. How are we looking in terms of gold supply? Look, not bad, not great. We can live with that for now. But Pike's going to get on top of these scouts, and ooh, that's some tasty damage. Oh man, that's a lot of pikes in there actually. Like it's not a, how low HP these knights. Some of the knights are relatively low HP. Like it's not enough, but at the same time, it's just you don't want to engage it. All right, what do we got here? Slam actually going to take the hill in the center. Pikes get thrown out. We've got the monastery of Slam there producing some monks. Looks he's trying to get the converts. Gets the convert on top of the eagle as well. I guess it's the one unit you kind of do want that's there. Enough pikes will be able to sort that one out. And there we go. Slam though for now. There's the scorpions like I was talking about before. Can deal with the pikes, can deal with the eagles relatively well. And down comes a castle on top of the hill here. Slam really doing a good job at trying to get some kind of solid defense up and hold this one down. He no doubt's got this one gold pile at the front that's relatively walled in, especially considering he's mainly using melee units, only one ranged unit out on field, apart from the monks I guess. So gonna make things easy for him, and it looks like Daut's gonna have to stop this castle now. This is the big thing for him. How can he hold this down? Barracks finally gets destroyed on the front here. We've got the battering ram moving in. Should be able to deal with the market relatively effective. Pikes, again, Slam just doesn't want to engage this with the knights. It's just not worth it. If he can get some good hits there with the scorpions, should make things a lot easier. But it looks like Daut's going to scout what's going on here in the center of the map. He knows he's got the outpost there. How does he choose to engage this is the real question. So he's gone back to eagle production. He feels like he has enough pikes. Now, actually mixing in pikes, monks, and eagles by the looks of things. Getting the second armor upgrade on his military infantry units as well. Slam's still producing more monks. Wants to get the converts he can. But yeah, this is just an annoying fight for Slam to have to take. Slam, though, in a position to basically hold this one out. Actually decides to put down a secondary town center in the middle of the map there. Daut, I don't think we saw a secondary from. No, this has been a full military game. But the ball's really just in Daut's court right now. He needs to figure out how he wants to deal with this one and what he wants to do. We've got no siege workshop yet. We've got all the monk techs coming down. He wants those extra HPs. Still with the battering ram from Slam. What is Daut's answer here? And the thing is, I'm not seeing it. Actually, he's getting arson. But you can't take down a castle with arson, though. He's got two supporting town centers. There's enough knights there to make things just an issue. Enough scorpions to make things an issue as well. Slam actually playing this game very defensively, too. Daut did get on the aggressive side of things very, very quickly, and Slam played the defense very, very well. But Slam's kind of just hanging out now, looking for the opportune moment. Scorpions just in the back there. Daut slowly clearing up all the buildings on the front here from Slam. However, dealing with this castle seems to be the next step. Here we go. Now things are starting to get stressful. We've got a low amount of gold here. We've got the gold outside, which is still unwalled, but this can be harassed now, which is the big part. And Daut about to knock on the door of Slam. Forward siege workshop, so we could potentially see a battering ram push towards the castle in the front here. Slam going up to Imperial Age. He just wants to delay this fight as much as possible now. Because the further he can delay this, the better he's going to be tech-wise, and I'd be surprised if we don't see him tech into champions. Really surprised, considering the army composition right now. Against the pikes, against the eagles, look, against the monks, good enough. Actually gets to convert on the villager, and gets to convert on top of one of the scorpions there. Gets taken out relatively quickly though, no real harm, no foul. And what have we got over here? Battering rams coming up from Daut, and here we go. So we're starting to get the upgrades coming in for Slam towards that champion line. So we've got squires coming in, we've got men-at-arms coming in. Alright, let's have a look here. What do we got? More barracks getting thrown up for Slam. Good idea, especially considering he's going that champion route now. How many battering rams do we have for Daut here? He's only got 2, third on the way. Knights moving out towards the center. Looks like he's potentially getting ready for this ram push to happen in the center here. He's got to know that Daut's going to be after the center at some stage. More barracks being thrown up as well by Slam. Really good. I want to say a good read, but he knows exactly what's going on here. And oh no. No. This is bad for Daut. Very, very bad for Daut. Outpost here, so he should see this coming, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull the villagers quick enough. And it looks like he's only just seen it coming now. Knight's going to get on top of those villages, and that's going to be a big difference, considering we're already at a 64 versus 55 scenario. 21 versus 47 military, so I want to say Daut has the advantage there, but in reality, the Knights are just so strong, and the fact that we've got Slam going down Imperial Age right now, Castle getting thrown up here, and he can start raiding this. I say he can start raiding it, but he doesn't really want to engage this wall of pikes, which is a big thing that's going to make it kind of the savior for Daut right now. We've got rams coming up towards the castle in the center. Has been walled off already, though, and actually losing a few more villagers here on the front to the castle fire. So 69-70 compared to 42 right now. Slam in a just amazing position economically. Looks like we do have two-handed swordsmen coming in behind this. Throws a wall up next to that town center to divert those rams even further. Villagers attacking the rams, but that castle going to deal with them quite effectively. Pumps it full of villagers. So how do we deal with this one? We've even got plate mail coming down, so we should have some very strong swordsmen here on the front lines. I don't know if Daut's going to be able to push this. That's the major thing now. And look at this, Slam actually has a trebuchet out in an awesome defensible situation here as well. Have to run all the way around the back if they want to attack. A massive engagement going down in the middle here now. Battering rams from Slam getting taken down. The battering rams from Daut trying to push in. Oh, look at this. They're all just running through the TC fire at the moment. Those pikes can get taken down so quickly by a combination of the castle, of the town centers. And look, Slam's just running around with the knights. He knows he doesn't need to engage this. Waits for the two-handed swordsman to come in. They're about to have plate mail on top of them, so the armor just increased nearly double, an extra 2 on top of that. And he's going to clean up these pikes so efficiently. As long as he deals with these battering rams, he's going to be in a good place. And look at this, the battering rams do get taken down. Trebuchet going to deny the castle very, very quickly. Nearly did take out the town center in the middle here, but I think this is pretty much game. I don't think there's anything Daut can really do to hold back from here. Gets Imperial himself in a couple of seconds, but what's he apply with that? He's lost the majority of his army now. His opponent's got the gold in the center, and there's the GG from Daut. Very well played by a Slam, very well read, or the counters, I should say, built very, very well. Impressive stuff. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Hope the name thing doesn't get too annoying, because we're seeing a lot of name changes at the moment, just for fun. So, make sure to subscribe. I like subscribers. It makes our numbers look good. It makes me look good, which is nice, which means I can keep doing this. So, hit subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next game.